You motherfuckers better stay away from my fucking cactus. Not even gonna lie, I really hoped that I didn't want it to be a metaphor. I just wanted it to be an actual, like, cactus, like, storyline wise, that Yuji had, like, a cactus that JB just kept with her for some reason. But it, like, meant something to him, because it would just be the funniest thing that this badass like Yuji cares so much about a fucking plant, but it's a cactus. But nope, my dreams were utterly shattered. Much like someone telling me there's sex scene after this, or during this next part. So thanks for spoiling that. I mean, that's not really a spoiler. That's kind of just a wee woo warning. Help, Space Marines. But you know, whatever. The next morning. Listen, I could have figured out it was going to happen anyway. Did you see that last scene? And yes, I did cut it. It got a little spicy. I wake up as if nothing happened and prepare my breakfast for myself and Yumiko. I'm off from work today. Ooh, so there's no real reason to get up at the crack of dawn, but I decided it would be best to create an opportunity for us to talk as quickly as possible. Poor Yumiko. Hey. No doubt, thanks to her long and draining night, Yumiko seems a little languid this morning. She totters off drowsily toward the washroom and proceeds to splash water on her face for a while. That's what I do sometimes when I wake up. Usually when I wake up, though, I'm like, you know, I'm totally fine. She seems perfectly at ease. Not a hint of tension in the air. Other words, she's convinced herself I'm unaware of the incident last night. Awfully carefree, aren't we? Jesus. No problem. Sorry, Juliet. No. Let's eat. Just as always, Yumiko chews the salt grilled salmon with small, quiet movements of her mouth. Oh god, I could go for some of that. Judging from her expression, she's completely off guard. Not that she has any reason to expect what's coming. Oh, Lord. Should I really just say it? I'm still a little hesitant. When a man and a woman live together without a clearly defined relationship, it's only natural for tensions of sexual nature to arise. It'd be a short-sighted to pretend that last night never happened. I want to clear the air, and Yumiko's probably feeling some subtle awkwardness and guilt herself. That said, the last thing I need for this is for this to turn into some overblown drama. Alright, I think this calls for a very natural, casual approach. You don't know anything about that, Yuji. It's all over. I chose my words carefully, aiming to keep this a light breakfast table chat. Hey, Yumiko.
Nani?
Here it comes. As Yumiko casually sips her miso soup, I ask my question in the most nonchalant tone of voice I can muster. You touched my dick last night, didn't you? Just fucking straight up. I knew he was gonna do that, dude. You're gonna kill her. She's gonna be She probably chokes on her soup and begins coughing violently. Just start slapping her back. I was thinking this might go smoother if I brought it up casually during a meal, but it seems that didn't work out. No, because you literally touched my penis. You touched Yuji Jr., occupation not student, alright? Occupation, moist cavern enterer. Ugh. That's terrible. Yumiko flat out denies the truth in a desperate attempt to retroactively undo her folly. This isn't good. She seems to be getting somewhat emotional. But since I broached the subject, I can't allow her to squirm out of this one. Stealing my nerves, I push bluntly forward. Sorry, but I was awake the whole time. How can she still deny it? Jesus Christ. A little after 11 last night, wasn't it? Lasted about 10 or 15 minutes after you came back from the bathroom. Got him! Fucking wrecked. Yumiko quickly falters under my skeptical gaze. Pretty much as good as a confession. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. Good. And in a deeply mortified voice, she finally owns up to her misdeed. Good, good. Hold on, what the fuck does that have to do with stroking my penis? I don't understand. Completely flustered, she begins babbling incoherently. I'm tempted to ask about the thought process that would lead from wholesome blanket-related concerns to groping someone's genitals, but, you know, this isn't the time to be mocking the girl. I stare Yumiko straight in the eyes, then gravely lower my head in apology. My apologies for not realizing sooner. Yumiko, it's not an excuse, but I genuinely had no idea you were so sexually frustrated. I bought into the stereotype about women having lower libidos. Convinced myself Amine was just the exception of the rule. You see her? I mean, it has nothing to do with her trying to please me because she may or may not have been she may or may not have witnessed my sister maybe or maybe not getting killed, but you know what I mean. And all the while, you were suffering in silence from the lack of stimulation to your body. I'm gonna keep going with this. Waving her arms about to signal a halt, Yumiko interrupts in an agitated tone of voice. Yuji. He doesn't. Well, from an objective point of view, I think it's the most plausible explanation. When someone who hasn't expressed any clear feelings for you suddenly make that aggressive move, I'm not sure what other conclusion there's to draw. But as I'm reviewing my reasoning, Yumiko's expression grows increasingly sour. Yumiko, you need to realize that Yuji's not, he's not normal. He's oblivious to this sort of thing. With a heavy sigh, she moves her shoulders up and down in an exaggerated shrug. In the next moment, Yumiko's body begins to tremble with something that seems suspiciously akin to rage. Hey, follow-up question? Was I just incredibly rude to you by any chance? Oh boy, not old Stabby. Come to think of it, we left that box cutter of hers behind when we ran away, did we? Since Yumiko remembered that thing, it's clear that she's abnormally furious. And it's equally obvious that where that anger's coming from. My cluelessness drove her straight into a corner. I step forward and wrap Yumiko around in my arms without her around her without a word. Shh. Oh my god, what is he doing to her? Sorry, my bad. Seriously. As I embrace her and apologize, she finally begins to settle down a little. Good. Don't bring out Mr. Stabby, even though we may or may not have Mr. Stabby. I didn't bring this up because I wanted to mock you for having a healthy sex drive, Yumiko. I wasn't sure if you had feelings for me, so I honestly didn't know what to do. Till now. Yeah. I finally got my answer. Yumiko's been hiding romantic feelings for me. I just wasn't observant enough to see them. My well-intentioned watch and wait policy ended up driving her to this humiliating moment. I've disgraced myself as a man. Since I finally understand, there's no reason for you to keep hesitating. Pulling slightly away from Yumiko's body, I stare straight down into her face. Yumiko, I love you. Damn! I want to make you happy. I also want to sleep with you. In other words, let's have sex. Sounds like a good plan. Yumiko closes her eyes and lets her shoulders slump limply downward. She heaves a long, long sigh reminiscent of a balloon slowly deflating. Ouch. Oh. Oh, Yuji, why? He's so bad. And proceeds to slap me lightly on the cheek. She's not crying or scowling, but there's a distinctly disgruntled expression on her face. Listen, Yumiko, I'm an enigma over here. I don't understand half the things I do. My apologies. Well, maybe it's nice for the girls to make the first move every now and then, you know? You ever think of that? My sincerest apologies. Oh, I have never seen this smile. Is this like a smug smile? Holy shit. I might have to replace Yumiko smug. At last, a mildly exasperated smile spreads across Yumiko's face. Ooh, that's a heavy statement. And she reaches out once more, this time to offer me her hand. I take it and gently pull her body forward to lean against mine. Anything? Ooh, gotta spice that up and cut it, don't I? Oh, and I get to do the face zoom in. Oh, I love that. That's my favorite editing style now. Right. I feel the weight once again. Compared to when she's standing normally, holding Yumiko's slender body in my arms like this makes her seem extremely small. But inside that body, she's carrying all the loneliness of her past and uncertainty of her present. The more I think about it, the more absurdly heavy she feels. I'm ready for this. I wouldn't have been living with her in the first place if I wasn't. Still, I'm crossing a very serious line here. All the more so, given her situation. Okay then, relax and leave everything to me. We're doing this now? Yumiko answers my words with a small nod. Her voice conveys simple, absolute trust. That too adds to the weight on my shoulders. Are we, like, really doing this right now? She looks up at me, her expression growing a little anxious. I'm sure she's already picked up a good idea of the process from the internet and her filthy-minded friends. But knowing and doing are two different things. Yeah, they are. Especially when it's your first time. Oh, man, first time you're fumbling around, man. I can feel her trembling slightly inside my arms. Well, let's see. I look around the room. I arrive at a few preliminary proposals. It's probably a little early to try exhibitionism. First of all, let's close the curtains. I love that exhibitionism. Also, I've already bathed, but I expect you'll want to take a shower yourself. She's just like, no, let's do it right here, right now, dirty style. Then let's take care of those 2 steps first. Is the background gonna, like, actually close the curtains? Yumiko hurriedly pulls away from me, then patters over towards the windows. Fucking halfway there, she trips on a floor cushion and falls spectacularly to the ground. You alright there, Yumiko? She's just like, this is actually happening. Yumiko quickly picks herself up and makes her way to the curtains, but her movements are jerky and awkward, reminiscent of a primitive robot. Not sure if I've ever seen someone this blatantly nervous before. At this rate, she's going to be stiff as a board with tension by the time we actually face off on top of the futon. That might present some entertaining possibilities for teasing in its own right, but for Yumiko, it would probably end up being a jumbled up blur from start to finish. Let's see if I can come up with something to break the tension. Oh boy. Let's just put on her school uniform, huh? We're doing this.
ちょっと質問してもいいかしら?
Why are you looking mad at me now? What'd I do? Feel free.
私、さっきお風呂に入るとき、ちゃんと着替えを持っていったはずなの。
Yeah, right.
間違えるわけがないの。
Yes, I'll back you up on that one. You brought yourself a change of clothes.
じゃあどうしてその着替えがなくなってて学園の制服が置いてあるのよ。で、なんで私がそれを着なきゃいけないの?
Look, I'm trying to make you comfortable, woman. Settle down. Because I switched your spare clothes with the uniform while you're in the shower.
そんなストレートに答えないでよ。
I like how he just Yuji fucking blunt ass motherfucker, man. Incidentally, as you can see, I've already changed into my uniform. Pretty snazzy.
そんなこと聞いてないわよ。なんでこんなことをいきなりしたのかってそれが聞きたいのよ。
Comfortability, woman. Duh. Why did I do it? Simple, really.
簡単なの。じゃあ言ってみなさいよ。
A whim.
出来心ってあなた。
Oh, Mr. Stabby's coming out. I mean, didn't you say you wanted to wear that uniform again just the other day? She did.
言ったけど、こういう状況でなんて想定してないでしょ?
I mean, she's gonna have to take it off. What's the point? What's the big deal? Some people really get off on this sort of thing.
知ってるわよ。いやいや、知らないけど、でもわざわざなんでそんなことするのよ?
Man, that internet. Because you were ridiculously tense. Apparently, this reply takes Yumiko by surprise. Her rapidly moving mouth comes to a sudden halt. What, you expected me to just get right down to business? Do you have any idea how nervous you looked before you got into the shower?
そんなの緊張なんかしてないわよ。
Baka. Then why were you in there for an entire hour? Let me guess. Got caught up in thinking about all the stuff you've seen on the internet, right? Wondering where I'd touch you first, what sort of things we'd be doing.
そんなこと。
You can't lie to me. You can't lie to Kasami Yuji occupation, not student anymore. Mark 2. Yeah. She struggles unsuccessfully for a retort before falling silent. Guess I hit the bullseye. So anyway, I figured doing something stupid might help relieve a little tension a little bit of tension. With these words, I quietly approach Yumiko and embrace her. Ooh. Oh boy. Her body seems much more relaxed than it was before.
確かに、さっきよりかは緊張もしなくなったけど。
But Yumiko leans forward, resting her weight against me.
この格好でこういうことするのは逆にいろんなこと思い出して緊張しちゃうじゃないの。
Oh boy, not to worry. That nervousness is going to be arousal soon enough.
何言ってるのよ。
Look at her fucking doing the goddamn smug face. I swear to God. Oh no. Oh no, it's happening. Oh, the spice. I'll have to cut the spice. It'll be spicy. Stroking Yumiko's long hair with one hand, I reach out and gently touch her lips with my fingers. You alright? You're trembling.
平気よ。
Just rip my clothes off. Yumiko answers in a quavery voice that suggests she's far from fine. There's no reason for her to hide anything now, but the girl's reflexively obsistency seems to have kicked in anyway. Still, I guess that's part of her charm. I see. In that case, here goes. Oh no. Oh no, that means I'm gonna have to, it's gonna do the thing where after they do the diddly, she's gonna still be naked and they're gonna have a talk in their fucking sprites. And I'm gonna have to do the thing where I censor boobs like that, but Yumiko has a whole bunch of different poses, so I gotta have to move the shits. Anyway, I press my mouth to Yumiko's nape. Ooh, then trace my tongue along her neck, pushing aside her hair as I go. Oh, you don't want me to stop. Should I? Oh, I could do this in the sexy voice this whole time. Shaking in my arms, Yumiko reaches up and tries to push me aside. But within seconds, the pleasure overcomes her discomfort, and her attempts at shoves grow so weak that they end up turning into something closer to a caress. And I'm not even doing anything crazy just yet. I take the opportunity to bite Yumiko's earlobe lightly, ooh, then push my tongue into her ear itself. Just moving the tip of my tongue around at the very shallowest part of her ear hole is enough to make Yumiko tremble again and again. I begin to slowly rub Yumiko's chest through her school uniform. Oh boy. You know, you keep saying stop and wait, and it's not happening. At first, I massage her entire breast at a leisurely pace, avoiding direct stimulation to the nipples, of course. Just want you guys to know that when it does say age restricted, I do that myself. It's not like actually YouTube doing it, it's me doing it. So get wrecked, you losers. See, you're starting to enjoy that, aren't you? You're damn right you're enjoying it. Her pleasure struggles for dominance against that sense of immorality. Yumiko blushes furiously as she barrages me with vague objections. Probably about time we gave you a little attention down here as well. Ooh. Ooh, I might have to even cut it before a thing pops up, huh? I stretch my right hand further down, take hold of the hem of her skirt. Whoa! Uh-oh. Raising it away from her legs with a teasingly slow movement of my arm, I expose Yumiko's upper legs to the air. Whoa! Yumiko squeezes her thighs together in an attempt to resist. I promptly slide my right hand in between and force her legs apart. Oh boy, yeah, Just as Yumiko did last night, I settle my hand against her panties and rub just gently on the panties with the tips of my fingers. Oh yeah, this is... Oh. I did not like that sound, but I feel like that sound, you know what, I might do a fancy little cut right here and there. You know, it's fucking cool. You never know. You know, I did a fancy cut showing her face. But there you go. That's what I get to show you. Now to an actual cut. Shit, man. Got him. No, I don't know. You all know when it happens. You all know. You don't even get to see the words. It's got a lot of dirty words right now. But I'm the only one that can see it, and I am the only one who can see these scenes. We did the diddly. That's really all you need to know. Holy shit, we were doing that all day? Holy shit. Oh, man. The deed's been done. We've already changed into our clothes. That way, Scott over here doesn't have to censor Yumiko's nipples. And Yumiko keeps wandering restlessly around the room, groaning at no one in particular. The girl's usual composure seems to have deserted her entirely. Look, you could try to calm down already. This isn't like you, Yumiko.
いいわよもう私らしくないところなんて他にもたくさん見せたんだし今さら
Uh,
何言ってるのよ私は
you are all over the place, Yumiko. She is so flustered, it's adorable. Having dug her own grave and then buried herself in it, Yumiko laments loudly. It's still pretty charming to see the spectacle, but at this rate, I don't know if she'll ever get a hold of herself. Alright, maybe this will help you settle down a little. Oh. No, don't tell me. We're going back in. Pulling Yumiko into my arms, I brush her hair back and press my lips against hers. Oh! When I release my hold on her face, the girl blinks up at me for a moment, then abruptly grows bashful. Blushing from ear to ear, Yumiko tries to hide her face behind one hand. I'm not exactly the world's most foremost connoisseur of cuteness, but this transformation is just too extreme. The sugar rush leaves me a little dizzy.
本当にあなたとしてしまったのね
Yeah, we did. I had you on your back and I just went in. Wham, wham, slam-a-doo, you know? That's what you say. Yumiko mumbles the words to herself as if she still isn't quite convinced they're true. I know, right? Pretty unbelievable considering where we started out. At first, our communication was limited to slaps of the face and slashes with a blade, and before you knew it, we've ended up here. Fucking. And being in love, too. Can't forget that. I guess you could just shrug your shoulders and call it fate. Chance and coincidence did play a large part. Even so, I can't help feeling this has all happened for a reason. Hey, Yumiko.
何風見くん
Oh, look at him. I hug Yumiko again, much more tightly than before, and stroke one hand slowly down through her long hair. Let me say it again. I'm going to keep you safe, no matter what. That's a promise.
風見
I'll be where you are, Yumiko. I won't leave you alone. Sakaki Yumiko was always on her own, always isolated. Gaining something new after all this time alone was bewildering. When the fog cleared and she realized what she wanted, it almost frightened her. She didn't know what to do. And that's why I need to make this crystal clear. I'm right here, not just to protect you, but to be with you. Have anything to say to that? A slightly apologetic expression flits across Yumiko's face. But as she looks at me, it fades into a small smile.
ありがとう
Ah! That's what I was hoping for. There's no need for apologies anymore. The only thing Yumiko and I need to give each other now is gratitude. Alright then, now that we've completely settled this, let's fix that Kazami-kun of yours immediately. Come on! You heard me. It'd be pretty damn weird if you keep calling me by my last name at this point, don't you think?
そんな急に言われても心の準備が
And how long's that gonna take? Come on.
それはその
Yumiko looks at me with a hint of reproach in her eyes. Yumiko with these new faces. She's probably made this one before. But after a moment, she breathes in deeply as if to steel herself.
わかった今から帰るから
I want you to say it. Alright, let's hear it. Yup. Once again, the girl takes a deep breath. This time, she begins mumbling softly to herself, like a nervous middle school student, preparing to recite pi from memory. And then, in a barely audible murmur...
You...
Come on, you gotta be more clear than that. The instant the word squeaks out of Yumiko's mouth, her face appears to burst into flame.
呼び慣れていないからやっぱり恥ずかしいわよ
You're just adorable. This contrast is really something. I think I'm embarrassed by proxy. In any case, all my points of concern regarding our relationship have now been decidedly resolved. We're still fugitives with an uncertain future, but Somehow, I think I've gained a little peace of mind.
あ、
Well, what's wrong? All of a sudden, Yumiko seems to remember something. Her expression grows oddly serious.
あなた昨日の夜ずっと起きてたって言ってたわよね。
Fuck. That's right. What, is there something else? Before I can finish the sentence, Yumiko's thin fingers dig into my arm in a vicious pinch. Ow, you bitch!
ハルデラさんと昔何があったのか聞かせてもらえるかしら。
Oh. Well, say what now?
股間を触られたのよね。そうでないとあんなことはとっさには言えないはずよ。
Well, I mean, everyone's already told me that we've had sex, so I mean, what? Yumiko's outburst of raw sexuality helped us understand each other's feelings. It was a truly fortunate event in that respect. But from that day on, I found myself sitting on my heels in penance every afternoon and during interrogations into my previous romantic career. Yup. Oh God, don't take me here. I hate this guy.
以上が各更新上探偵事務所よりの報告となります。
How can these fuckers not find us? Jesus Christ. Like, I get it, Yuji's awesome, right? But it's been like 6 months. These guys have been investigating this whole time, yes? At least that was my understanding. And I mean, but oh God, whatever. You'd think money would be able to do anything, but I guess not.
調査の範囲を関東一円から東海、近畿地方にまで広げていますが、依然として手がかりになるような報告はありません。
Yeah, you guys fucking suck.
現在、さらに手を尽くすように各所連絡は取っております。他に何かありますでしょうか？
首にしろ。
Damn!
は？
Jesus!
何ヶ月もかけて手がかり一つつかめないような役立たずなどいらん。首だ。いくら金をかけても構わんから、今度はちゃんとあの二人を見つけられるような腕利きに頼め。わかったな。
You'll need another Yuji to find someone. to find Yuji.
はい。失礼します。
Bring me clone Yuji. Oh my God. Salty.
もう半年か。聞くまでもないが、そちらの調査で何か進展はあったのかね。
Oh no. Don't tell me.
いえ、申し訳ありません。手がかりは何も。
Yup. JB.
自分たちの飼い犬にもかかわらず情けないことだ。こうもあっさりと逃げられては、裏であなた方が手を引いているのかと疑いたくもなる。
I mean, you're not exactly wrong. It's not. It's mostly JB, not anyone else, you know?
社長、それについてはもう。
Because JB's been giving him the signals and, you know, all that stuff.
信用できる内部調査の結果、ハルデラさんへの疑いはなくなったそうだからな。こちらとしてはそれを信じるほかはないだろう。
Yeah, fucker. Trust our evaluation. We did it.
他に何かあるかね。
すでに風見裕二、由美子さんの両名とも所持していた携帯電話は破棄されています。
And JB still has my cactus.
今後仮に向こうから連絡を取ろうとした場合、公衆電話からかけることが考えられます。着信があった場合は。
Can someone draw me, like, I know this is random, but can someone draw me Yuji with a cactus? Like, that's, but a prized cactus, like the best fucking cactus you've ever seen in your fucking life. And I want him to be really happy about it. And tweet it to me at twitter.com dash Bosskwar. Look, I don't know what the HTTP www is. All right, all I know, send it to my Twitter. I'll be good.
大阪支社からか。失礼する。今取り込み中だ。後で。なんだと？ダメでしたで済む問題か。先方の自宅の前で土下座して粘れ。意地でも確約を得てこい。
What's happening here?
あのタヌキをこちらに引き込んでおかなければ今の体制ごと崩されるぞ。頭と金は使え。何のために財布を渡していると思っている。もっと動け。
Dude, this man, he's done. He is so done. Everything's going wrong.
着信にはご注意ください。では、私はこれで失礼します。
何か言いたそうだな。
いえ、何も。
どうも最近総会を前にして私の周りに不穏な動きがあってね。裏で何か動いても無駄だよ。こちらだってバカじゃない。変な動きをすればすぐにわかる。
I mean, you haven't caught her yet.
何のことでしょうか。
白を切るつもりならそれでいい。ただあまり目立つようだとこちらからも動くということだけは覚えておいた方がいい。
Oh, I'm smelling a threat over here. It stinks.
失礼します。
Get out of there, JB. Woo! All right.
誰にも奪われるわけにはいかないのだよ。誰にもな。
Oh boy, he is super serious about all this right now. It's like not sure how many times I need to say this before you get the message. I'm not planning to give myself up.
そう、残念ね。
What's the music? Once again, JB and I engage in our regularly scheduled, rigidly formulaic conversation. She has classical music playing in the background today. The volume seems just slightly louder than usual. There's no immediate danger approaching, but a good deal of caution is warranted. A comparatively calm state of affairs. Well, it's never wise to feel completely at ease when you're on the run, but the lack of urgent problems does soften the psychological pressure a bit.
最近はどうなの？ちゃんと食事はしているの？生活は荒れていない？
You hear her sweet voice? Yeah, no problems worth mentioning. Sounds like a conversation between a college student in the big city and his anxious helicopter mom. Helicopter mom? Then again, I guess I'm something of a pseudo-son to JB, so there's nothing inherently strange about her worrying about me. It's just little more comical under the circumstances. Of course, it's also a necessary part of our carefully choreographed give and take of information, but still. That reminds me, I've got something to report, JB.
報告？何かしら？
I bought another cactus for my room over here. Oh, Yuji bought another cactus! Wait, the other one's not as special anymore! But a worm got at it right away. Got a little worried for a while there. Seems like they're actually able of coexisting, though. Something wrong?
そう、それは良かったわね。自然なことだと思うわ。
Yeah. I borrowed JB's metaphor to inform her of recent developments. Not really the sort of thing I need to go out of my way to report, but there's no reason to hide it either. Even now, the cactus in question is no doubt waiting eagerly for the return of its worm. Ugh.
ユージ、切る前に一つだけいいかしら。
Better be about my other cactus, because I love that other cactus. Yeah, what?
共存はいいことだけど、トゲには気をつけることね。サボテンに刺す意思はなくても、 もともといびつなものだということを忘れないで。
Yeah, JB's right on that one. Fucking cactuses. That's some way to talk about the poor plant.
経緯を知っているからこそよ。まさか忘れていないとは思うけど、あなたは逃亡者なんだから、それを夢忘れないように。それじゃ。
I'm aware. Oh, she hung up. Well, the two of us have contacted in the midst of a strange, unstable situation. It's going to be very difficult to maintain this peaceful balance for much longer. But for the moment, for Yumiko's sake and mine, I don't want her to be too conscious of that. Oh. Change is constant, never present. Time moves us forward, whether we like it or not. We bump into other people, unpredictable external factors that could knock us off course. Our thoughts, our environment, our place to live in this world, even our ideology, everything shifts. And even in a world that's defined by change, human relationships are about as astonishingly volatile as it gets. We go from life to death, family to strangers, strangers to family. We meet in part, make allies and enemies, crown winners and mark losers. Some gained independence while others sink into servitude. Some submit and some rebel. Goodwill can change to hatred in the blink of an eye, and hatred to goodwill. Sometimes people fight their best friends to the death in the struggle for power. Sometimes people sell their family for trivial sums of money. Sometimes the subordinate who'd been treated like a dog launches a coup d'etat. Sometimes the dictator finds himself groveling like a worm before his old throne. I've seen it all. In the scope of things, the case of Kasami Yuji, Occupation Not Student Mark II, and Sakaki Yumiko isn't anything out of the ordinary, but the last few months have certainly been full of changes. We started off as strangers, then mortal enemies, wary dorm mates, the daughter of a client, and the respective of a certain company, or respective representative of a certain company, a guard and his principal, co-conspirators and fugitives, and now a man and a woman. It was a pretty tangled road that brought us here. As for where it'll lead us next, who the hell knows? Certainly not the two people traveling it together. Fuck, man. You never know what life's gonna take. Ooh, hip happening music. You don't know where life's gonna take you. Like, it's just, especially right now. Ooh. Hope you appreciate that face zoom in though. Also, where's my phone? No one touch my goddamn cactus. All right, it's my cactus. Remember, someone draw that for me, or I'll be really disappointed if I don't see it in the next week.